UAP are airborne objects that, when encountered, cannot be immediately identified. With regard to the importance of transparency, the Department is fully committed to the principle of openness and accountability to the American people.
We're going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Oh my gosh, dude.
U.S. Navy personnel recorded what appears to be triangles, some flashing. The video was taken through night vision goggles with a single lens reflex camera.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty high-profile incident. I don't claim to be an expert. You're the guys investigating it. I mean, who else is doing it?
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to UFO We Want to Know. This is July 20th, 2024. I have 66 photos and 10 videos to show you through this hour, and I hope you stay with us. Before I begin the show, as I always do, this is dedicated to those who have been ridiculed, made fun of, and dragged through the media for the last 76 plus years. True statement. Let's get on with the first video. And as you can see, we got an arrow and we got an object coming down very quickly. We slowed this one down 90%. You've heard that many times before. These videos here are all taken in slow motion, and I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of these are very, very hard to find. I'm very meticulous when I go through my videos of the day, and this one here just shot nearly straight down, but it was very, very quick, and it was giving off a lot of electromagnetic charge, anti-gravity, plasma, whatever you want to call it, but it was giving off an awful lot of it. Now, since we got three videos, we're going to go through the photos a little bit quicker than normal. So after this one, we'll go ahead and go to the first photo. And there's where I stopped it. That just gives you an idea how far away I was from that the top of that tower, and how this craft was coming down. So when you see them, I've had people tell me, well, you sure they're not insects? Well, if that's an insect, that insect had to be about 3 or 4 feet across. Look at it. Look at the size of it compared to that tower. That tower is probably about 3 feet, maybe 4 feet across. So that would be one big bug. I colorized it for your benefit because I had seen it so many times, but I wanted to do something different. I used different software on it. I tend to go to different software just as an experimental thing, and I find that I get a lot of color out of some of this. And I'm going to be showing you a photo that I'm going to be holding up that I saw yesterday, and it was really upsetting to me. And the reason why it was upsetting to me is because of what they're saying. The scientists have a tendency to not only lie because they have no choice because of governmental funding, and as they go through and lie like that, what they do is they do a disservice to their profession, whether it's a PhD, it doesn't matter. They just do a disservice. All those years, to me, I say that they did it for nothing. Let's go on the next video. And of course, another one by the tower. I had a field day here when I left, and I saw this. This one was taken on July 3rd, 2024, 11:06 a.m. And the one before that was taken just about 40 seconds before this one here. But these are two different videos. They're not the same. And after this one here, we'll go ahead and now this was, I believe this one here may have been a probe because it didn't really move. Now I was out there for approximately 4 or 5 minutes videotaping, and this probe didn't move. So usually the UFOs I don't call them the other acronym. I use the word UFOs because that's what they are. The Air Force and Navy can get together and they can change the acronym all they want. They're UFOs. They're unidentified flying objects. And this is just sitting there. That's why you see that 0 seconds, because when I started the video, it was right there. Zeroing in on it. And as you can see, it's starting to take shape. Didn't have to really darken the background a little bit. But what I was saying is that these scientists are starting to say things that are really irritating me, and they really shouldn't. And I believe this is the last photo of this one. And I would like for Mikey to zoom in on this. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you see here? It says, of course, the other acronym, which I don't use in my show. So UFO, new discovery image. Well, here's an interesting thing for the scientists. I've been showing images like this for over a year. Where have they been? What have they been watching? This was taken with a high-resolution camera of a UFO flying by. It was basically a white dot, like I show all the time, zooming by, the ones you just saw. And now they're saying this is a new discovery. This was just put out yesterday. Yesterday, they just put it out. And they're getting all giddy about it. They're saying, oh my God, look at this, look what we caught. This is nothing new. So the word discovery, I just made that word up, discovery. It should go into the library now as Joseph's discovery, the word discovery, because this is not a discovery, ladies and gentlemen. I've been putting these images like this for a long time, and I have had people tell me, you put out a lot of those, but what does it mean? What are they? They're not flying saucers. Well, I'm not trying to show you a flying saucer like you would see in the movies. But what I am showing you is images just like this when they fly by the camera that I'm taking, and they look like that. This is the end result. But yet they're saying that this is a new discovery. No, it's not. Scientists, no, it's not. It's not a new discovery. And I don't care how great cameras you have. I get the same thing that you get. So that's the, as far as new discovery, I started the word discovery, okay? From now on, whenever somebody says discovery, oh yeah, that guy Joseph, he made up that word. How does that sound? It's real asinine, right? Well, to me, when you claim that you've discovered something that somebody's been showing for over a year and even longer, I've got other podcasts that I was showing the exact same thing, and I've probably got 4 or 5 photos that look exactly like that, same color and everything. Remember, we always talk about there's a nucleus inside. There was one in that picture. I'm going to be bringing that picture back when I show you another one in the next segment. Let's go to the next video. And the arrow. Now, we've been slowing these down 90%, ladies and gentlemen. The reason being is because if you don't slow them down, you're not going to see them. Now, this is one that I coined a ghost UFO. It's a ghost image UFO. This craft here, we had to slow it down 90% because it just flew right by. Now, some people have asked me, they've told me, Joseph, you sure it's not close to the lens of your camera? Look how far away this is. This isn't next to my camera. That right there on the bottom right, that's about 100, I'd say 100 feet away from me. And that is beyond that. So I've called these ghost images of UFOs for reasons because I don't understand the technology they're using. Obviously, they don't want to be solid. Maybe this craft was using some kind of cloaking device so it couldn't be seen because it's rather large. And I've probably got 10 ghost images of UFOs so far. this is a pretty good one. So this isn't a piece of lint that was in front of my lens. This is not a piece of paper flying in the air. This was an image, and it made kind of a weird turn. As you can see, it looped. And some of these craft, when they do that, they seem to get more solid. They get sharper as they start to make a real high intensity maneuver. And the UFOs are doing the exact same thing. Watch the loop. You can see it there. I mean, a piece of lint won't do that. A paper bag won't do that. So if you have ever seen ghost images on TV, I've shown these for over 1.5 years now. So I'm going to be waiting for them to put up another new discovery and see this. So maybe I'm not getting through to key people, but I think I've made enough noise to irritate the Pentagon and NASA when they do their joint statements, their ridiculous joint statements. After this, we'll go to the first picture. But just take a look at the last time. Watch the loop. Stops and then does a fantastic maneuver there. Look at that. Okay, and so I took a stop image right there for you to see, and we'll start to zoom in on it and give you an idea of what we're looking at. Again, as we're zooming in, you're not seeing a real solid base until I change. You can see the clouds here. I changed the background to see if I can get it even closer. But what do you think that is? Let me know here at UFOWeWantToKnow@gmail.com, please. And let me know what you think about the scientists creating the new discovery here when there's no new about it. As I said before, it really gets me when I see statements like this, and this is why I take pictures of them and then I show them on the air, because I want to show you proof of what they're saying, or I should say what they're lying about. We'll be back after this message.
Hi, I'm Joseph, the host and creator of UFO We Want to Know. Tune in every Saturday evening on KPVM Pahrump channel 25.1 from 7 p.m. You'll see never-before-viewed videos and photos taken by myself, all over the world.
Thank you for watching. UFO We Want to Know, and remember, yes, they are out there.
Thank you for staying with us. On this segment here, I got 3 videos and 27 photos to show you. So let's go ahead and go with the first video. And as you can see, I believe this was a probe. It didn't move much. Stayed in that position for quite a long time. That is my house you're looking at in the bottom of the screen. If you pay attention above the UFO, if you see the house is coming down like a V, and that's the UFO right there. But if you look above that, what do you see? I see that vortex again. Now, I've talked to photographers to say that could be the camera's lens. Depends on what the settings you had on. I said, I'm talking about a cell phone here. And he said, I really don't study cell phone technology. And he says, but that would be something that I would think would be coming from the lens. But it's interesting how I always catch these, what I call vortexes, around these UFOs. It's coincidental, but I don't know. I don't know what to say. But I'm not a scientist. I'm not a meteorologist. But I do know that when I see something that is unnatural, then I have to go with what I'm saying. Let's go on to the first photo here and give you an indicator where it was at. I'm sure you saw it. And as we zero in closer to it, you'll notice that it starts to give a shimmering look. I didn't change the background very much, just a little bit so you can see it. It seems to have like a little happy face there. But as you zoom in, it's crystallizing. It's kind of odd. And the last one. And that's what you were seeing. Now, when I say a probe, you notice you don't see an outline. Like on the UFOs when they're traveling, you can see an outline. You can't see anything on here. So that's why I thought maybe this was a probe. It didn't move, and it was out there for quite a long time. I was videotaping, and I noticed that on other videos I did, even 10 minutes after, it was still there, but I don't keep taking pictures of the same UFO if I can find something else, and of course I did. Let's go on with the next video. And here the arrow points the way. This is one that at the last photo of this, and there are 6 of them. I'm going to show you something that's going back to this new discovery thing from these scientists. But I want to make it clear, and I keep going over this. There's no new discovery here, because when you see the last photo of this UFO, you're going to understand what I'm saying. So after this, let's go ahead and go to the first photo. And that's what it looked like right there. Again, you got that odd vortex area up there. It's becoming closer. And as you can see from the pixels there, I did mix it up a bit, giving the illusion that maybe I changed the focal point, which is the UFO. I did not. There's the center mass right there, and you got what I believe is plasma all around this craft. I didn't change that. I didn't add that on. That just came with the picture. If you have any idea what you're seeing here, give me your opinion. Let me know here at UFO we want to know at gmail.com. You can always see my videos at on YouTube, Pahrump Alien Guy. All my videos are on there. I believe there's 46, something like that, on there right now. You can see. So if you missed any, please go to Pahrump Alien Guy. And the last photo. So, if you can for a second, please concentrate on that image right there. Please concentrate on that image for a second. And then I'm going to ask my director, Mikey, to go to the picture again that I was showing you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And remember, they're using high-resolution cameras. High-resolution stop-motion camera. They're getting the same thing I'm getting. But they're calling it a new discovery. I know you've heard that before, but I want it instilled in your mind that it is not a new discovery. It's an old discovery. At least this ufologist found it years ago. I can go back approximately 3 years, and I got these images just like this. Whether I was in Lake Tahoe, Hawaii, the Dominican Republic, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, Mexico, I get these images all the time. They're nothing new. So to the scientists out there who put this out, it is not a new discovery. It's a rather old discovery. And I can prove it because all my photos and videos, I've got dates, times, and locations on them. No mistake about it. The government can lie all they want. I've got the proof. So let's go to the next video. And again, we're seeing the tower. Now this tower is outside the studio here. This was taken on June 12th, and 2024 at 11:19 a.m. It's right over the TV station. And there are 3 UFOs in this video. Now they crisscross, but we only concentrate on 1 or 2 at the most. And because if you do 3, you get confused real easy. But these craft came really close. The 2, there was at 1 second, there was one just coming over the top of the tower, and then at 11 seconds, 2 of them nearly, it looked like they nearly crisscrossed. And then one which is this one here you're seeing, it was very, very solid, and that's why I followed that one and took the stop motion to let you see at least one of the three that was flying around. But if you look at this video for yourself at home, you can actually see the 3 UFOs, and there might even be one more than that. But I just lost so much time with this particular video. Now, as you can see, if you look dead center where this UFO is traveling, there's that vortex again. You can see it right there. And this camera footage that you're seeing has not been altered. It's been slowed down, but it's not been altered at all. So you're actually seeing the sky as I seen it in my viewfinder. So it's quite interesting that the debunkers and the skeptics out there will say, well, when you change the background, there could be anything out there. Well, no, that's not true, because I'm not putting anything on the video or the photos, nothing at all. I'm not adding to it. I may be darkening the background so you can get a better view of what you're seeing, but I'm not altering it as far as putting any object on the video. Now, this is taken with a cell phone, So if there's anybody out there with imaging software that knows how to do that, I don't know them. I've had talks with some really interesting individuals who deal with cameras, computers, and they tell me today you can virtually do anything. But there's only one issue there. I'm not that smart. I don't have the ability to do this. There's days when I wake up and I get on my computer, and sometimes I'm just staring at the computer because I don't know where I'm supposed to go or what my thought process is to start my day. And then when I have my cup of coffee, I'm back on track. But I'm not that computer savvy, is what I'm trying to say. So after this, we'll go ahead and go to the first photo. And there was the 2 UFOs that nearly collided. Now this was taken at 11 seconds. I didn't show the 1 second one just above the tower, but here's the 2 that you were seeing, and we only showed one actually moving. The other one was so fast, it was kind of hard to catch. Now, if you would have saw it in raw view, where we didn't slow it down, you would have only seen the one we were showing, because the other 2 were going too fast. The 1 second one, it was going so fast that it seemed like it was blinking off and blinking on. That's how fast it was going. The one on the very top there, that one was going very fast, and the one on the left of that, bottom left, that's the one that you were seeing on the video. And as you can see, it's the darker one of all 3. Of course, you can't see the very first one because we already passed it. Again, there's nothing changed here. You can see that the sky was a nice blue day above the tower here. After I'm done here, when I start to go home, I'm going to be taking more videos because I seem to catch them around here all the time. Now, from this location here, my home would be southeast from here. So I'm in a totally different direction that I normally take videos of, and it's interesting because wherever I go, I get them. We zeroed in on the we're going to zero in on the one on the left, lower left, as we zoom in on it, and as you can see, it didn't seem to be giving off a lot of electromagnetic charge, but it was it seemed to have a film around it, a plasma field all the way around it. Take a look at the center mass of it, and then you got all that. Now there was no outline here, which is quite interesting. But nonetheless, this craft was moving, and it was giving up a lot of. I think this was plasma charge because it was very dark, purplish blue all around it. The last photo of it here, I tried to get in real close to it, and it was. Now, the one thing I didn't tell you, this craft was spinning quite a bit, just a very high rotation. And I thought that was interesting because maybe because if it's spinning, maybe it's not going to show an outline, because I have an awful lot of these that look similar to this, that when they're spinning, they don't show a core, outside core, and doesn't show an inside density, doesn't show that density. So who knows? Let me know what you think. We'll be back after this message.
Hi, I'm Joseph, the host and creator of UFO We Want to Know. Tune in every Saturday evening on KPVM Pahrump Channel 25.1 from 7 p.m. You'll see never-before-viewed videos and photos taken by myself, all over the world.
Thank you for watching. UFO We Want to Know, and remember, yes, they are out there.
Thank you for staying with us for the third segment. I have 2 videos and 12 photos for you to show. So let's go on with the first video. And again, you see the tower there, and you're going to see a craft coming in. Now, this craft was extremely large because it was close to us. And we slowed this down 90% again. It was a beautiful sky back there. You can see it's very, very blue out there. Hardly any clouds in this particular area. But this craft was going so fast that it whizzed right by. But it's extremely large. It's a large craft. If you look at the past videos I've shown you, the tower, and then I've shown you UFOs, they're very tiny. But this one here was, like I said, very, very large. And when we get to the stop motion on it, you'll understand what I'm saying and see what it looked like. Quite interesting. This was taken on June 12th, 2024, 11:18 a.m. So this was taken right after I had gotten to the studio, and after I had left. This is what I took. So if you look at my videos and the time dates, you'll find that they coincide with the times when I'm here at the studio. Now, for those of you who may or may not know, I videotape these on Wednesday, and then I show them on Saturday night. I know that I've said that maybe once before, but just to get some clear understanding of how I do things here. We have to do that for other reasons, station obligations to put other things on television, and we can't do it live. I've done live shows before in Las Vegas, but this is something different here. And we'll go to the first photo after this. And there's where I took the stop motion of it. Pretty good view of it. And as we go through it, you'll be able to see we got 6 photos, and you'll see what I mean by when we zero in what it looked like, and there's some detail to it. Interesting thing, this is not a bird by any means, unless a bird can fly at a Mach speed. This is not a bird. I want to make that clear to the scientists out there who see this or may see this. I did about 6 stop motions. I'm looking at my notes here, and it never changed. I look for wings. I look for electromagnetic charge. I look for a lot of things when I do these, and I take a lot of pictures of birds that are flying, and I do that for a reason. I look at their character. I look to see if they're leaving entrails, which they don't, because they're not flying that fast. If you see entrails in some of these craft, it's because they're flying so fast the camera speed cannot keep up with it. Just like a rotor blade of a helicopter, sometimes you can videotape a helicopter and it looks like the rotor blades are not even turning. Well, that's because it's synchronized to the rotor blades. But in this case here, no bird, definitely UFO, definitely flying at a very high rate of speed in the Mach range, and I'll make that clear. It was in the Mach range because this craft was flying very fast. When I first looked at the viewfinder, it only lasted 1 second on my camera. But in the studio here, we can actually use equipment that actually stops it in microseconds. So you can actually see it frame by frame. I can't do that with my cell phone camera. So that's another benefit of coming to a studio like this, to be able to use their equipment to show you what you really captured. But what do you think this is, ladies and gentlemen? Please contact me here at UFOWeWantToKnow@gmail.com, or you can also contact me at Pahrump Alien Guy. Remember, Pahrump Alien Guy is my own channel, and you can see all my videos there, and I answer everybody who sends me a message. I answer them. In some cases, they shut off the comments and you can't get through, but on Pahrump Alien Guy, the comments are always turned on for you. Say what you will, and I'll answer them. No question is dumb. It's always interesting to hear people's own perception of what they see, even if they're my videos or other videos. Some people have told me, hey, Joseph, have you seen this video? And they'll send me a link, and then I look and study it and give them an answer back. Let's go to the next video. Again, the arrow points away. This particular craft here, ladies and gentlemen, you know, sometimes when I take these photographs, I actually change the background sometimes from daylight to black and white, or a negative. Taken on June 10th, 2024. This is taken at 12:20 p.m. So just past noon, and it was going over my house. Interesting thing about this, and the reason why I'm showing it, is because of what it was doing. It was spinning like a top. As you can see, it was kind of motionless, but it just stood there. Now, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Do they recognize the fact that I'm out there videotaping? Because from my position when I'm videotaping, I'm out in the open. And if there is a helicopter flying by even a mile away, they'll be able to see me quite easily, because I'm out there in the open. There's nothing blocking the view that I have when these craft going by. But this craft here seemed to have moved from right to left, and then it's kind of stopped. I'm not sure if it's a recognition call to me or what, but you know, they have to know that I'm videotaping, because they always seem to be going in the same direction from right to left. I do have some going from left to right, and going from the west going to Las Vegas in the east. But I get many of these coming from the east going to the west. Very few of them are going from the southeast to the northwest, which would be California or Vandenberg. But nonetheless, I look at the position I'm in, and I do have a compass on my phone, and I'm always facing dead north. And then just to get a change there, I'll change from northeast, and that's my tree line to the east of my property. But again, if you look at the background, you got that little vortex there, right? Or I shouldn't say little, it's probably a big vortex. But this craft is flying in that general area. And whether or not it is the camera that's doing that, I still don't know. But again, I take this with a cell phone, an 23 Ultra. This is not high resolution cameras. I believe it's 1080 and 200 megapixels. So after this, we'll go to the photo, first photo. And there's my indicator at 1 minute 20 seconds. That's where it was at. Of course, we zoomed in on it, but I want to show you how far away this was. That's the top of my house there, and on the left, that'd be near the center of the house. On the right, that's over the garage area. But these craft seem to linger in these particular areas. On the first couple of photos, you're going to see entrails here. It was didn't seem to be traveling very fast. But if this is not an entrail, it's another smaller craft accompanying it. But as I zeroed in, the second craft kind of disappeared, or I may have moved it off the screen. I wasn't paying too much attention to it, and I should have, because it wasn't traveling that fast. And if they're not traveling that fast, what does that tell you? Now, even though we slowed it down by 90%, it still didn't seem to be traveling that fast. Now, if you're looking at it, as you look at it, take a look at the surrounding of it. You got that electromagnetic charge, some kind of plasma maybe. It looks like it's protecting the craft. You got a solid white base in the center, which is maybe is the indication of what the craft looked like. Kind of an upside down shell, if you will, like the old Glocka, the bell shape. Who knows? I don't think that they have to be flying right side up with the inertia they are in control of. I believe they can probably fly any which way, and it wouldn't affect them. Like the blood for a human being would go to the head and probably kill us. I don't believe they have that issue. So let's go to the last photo. There it is right there. And that's a close-up. So here's the interesting part about this. If you look at this for a second, yeah, I do change the software to give you a better view of what the outline of this craft is. Remember, this craft was going extremely fast because we slowed it down, and it seemed to do like a chugging motion, like forward, stop, and it was giving off a lot of electromagnetism, and if I could say the word. But I think that the electromagnetic field around these craft are beyond our understanding. Again, I'm not a scientist, and I don't study certain physics. Sometimes I do try to learn about it, but I'm not a person that will get into study. I'm too old for that. I've already done my time in the laboratory, 25 years, and I've done a lot of calculations, a lot of analytical work, and the phenomenon is a very technical phenomenon, because we're talking about intelligent beings here that may be 1 million years ahead of us in time, and if I'm wrong, they could even be 10 million years ahead of us. We don't know. Some of the technology that whistleblowers said they come across that we can't even fathom. The human mind cannot process what is making these objects work, these craft, with these intelligent beings that are controlling them. Please stay with us for the last segment. I think you'll find it very interesting.
Hi, I'm Joseph, the host and creator of UFO We Want to Know. Tune in every Saturday evening on KPVM Pahrump Channel 25.1 from 7 p.m. You'll see never-before-viewed videos and photos taken by myself, all over the world.
Thank you for watching. UFO, we want to know and remember, yes, they are out there.
And thank you for staying with us for the last segment. I have a couple of interesting videos to show you. I got 2 videos and 12 photos to show you. So let's go ahead and get on with the first video. Taken on June 4th, 2024 at 12:04 p.m. over my house. And ladies and gentlemen, this is an interesting one here. I want you to pay attention to the trajectory of this UFO. It's going from right to left, right? Remember, that's very important to remember. It's going from right to left. Now, on our terrestrial craft, we usually leave smoke or some kind of arc behind the craft when it's leaving. And we're not talking about the leading edge, we're talking about the back of the jet. There's always something you can see, no matter how far we've come with cleaner jet fuel. If you ever wonder how some of the missiles go after other jets, they get locked onto a heat signature, which is what the craft leaves from behind. And that's how the missile homes in on it, a heat signature. That's why when they let off flak in the back, is to fool the missile, and the missile goes after them because they're very hot, and that's how they deter a missile from hitting the craft. But there's a point here to be making. This craft is moving from right to left, and when we go to the videos, which we can do right after this one, the photos, I'll give you an idea what I'm talking about. Remember, right to left. Okay, there it is. It was taken at 22 seconds is where I caught the best image. There's the tip of my home in the very bottom there. And we're going to zoom in on this. And you're going to see something. You can see it already. But this craft was going from right to left. But take a look at it. It looks like if you saw this for the first time and you say, which way do you think this craft is going? Most people, I would say 100% of the people would say from left to right, because it's leaving an end trail there. But no, you saw it. It was going from right to left. So why is that? Well, as I've said this many times before, I don't believe that these craft are touching our atmosphere. I really don't. Because if they were touching our atmosphere, they would probably show a different viewpoint as far as what the human mind processes. This craft here seems to have a nose on it, and the nose is facing down. Now, on the terrestrial craft, such as the Concorde, when they were going in supersonic speeds, they would lower their nose, so they would cut through the air a lot faster and more economically. Is that what this is doing here? Does it have a nose that it's pointing downwards to get better, maybe more efficiency? Who knows? But I just thought this was kind of odd. Again, this was going from right to left and leaving this. So I thought that was interesting. What do you think? Let me know your comments. UFOWeWantToKnow@gmail.com, or you can contact me at the Pahrump Alien Guy on YouTube. That is my personal channel. And like I said, all of the comments are turned on Pahrump Alien Guy. So if you've missed any of my videos, you can go there and watch them at your leisure and leave a comment. I always go back and I watch to see if somebody added a new comment on it, so I can answer your questions or your thoughts. Let's go to the next video. And here's one, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be quite interesting. What do you see there? That's right. It's a fleet of UFOs. Now, I was doing some close-up magnification on these. There's 6 of them. And they were going in and out of clouds. So I know they weren't birds. If I had to guess, I'd say they were no more than 10 miles away from my house. And if they are birds, they would be probably 30, 40 feet across. And I don't think we have pterodactyls living anymore. But this fleet of UFOs, 6 of them again, they were flying, heading west of my location because I was facing south. And a couple of them were flickering quite a bit, off and on, going out. they were all dark in color, and a couple of them at one given point in time, they actually disappeared on me, and then they came back. So it's interesting. I haven't shown a lot of fleet videos before. I do have a lot of them in Costa Rica that I took. I probably got 30 of them in Costa Rica. Very, very similar to this. But in Costa Rica, I was near the rainforest, and there was a lot of vegetation. And they seemed to be coming out of the cloud cover. Here, these particular craft were flying pretty close to those clouds, because in some cases they were disappearing and then coming back. I took some very, very close-up photos of these craft one by one, and I got the largest one to show you at stop motion, but I got each one, and there was no wings. These were not birds. This is a fleet of UFOs flying. This was taken on June 9th, 2024. That's June 9th, 2024 at 6:35 p.m. Hey, here's an interesting note. It always seems to be near, before it gets dark, I should say. I seem to catch a lot of darker shaped craft than I do lighter shaped craft. And I'm not exactly sure why that is. Is it because of maybe the time that I'm taking them, or is it the maybe the background is changing? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not a professional photographer. I'm just assuming. But I thought that showing you this one here was interesting, and the reason why I wanted to show you this one last is because I have a photo that I'm going to show at the end of the photo session, but I wanted to have my technical director Mikey play this over and over, because seeing is believing, and most people out there says, well, I was never a believer until I took this myself, and even though they didn't take it, I took it. This is raw footage here, and we did not slow this down, by the way. It was taken in slow motion. We did not slow it down. Now, had I been in regular motion, these craft would have probably zipped across the screen really fast. So after this, we can go ahead and go to the first stop motion. And remember, I took a picture of the largest one to show you today. That's on the bottom of them, nearly the bottom. This one just below it. Keeps going in and out. And that shows. This goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen, how far away this was. There's a mountain range about, I'd say, 10, 11 miles in front of my house. And these craft were flying over that range. That's why I was guesstimating around 10 miles away. Those mountains, like I said, 10 miles away, you won't be able to see a bird flying over those mountains. Not even with a sharp pair of eyes, you're not gonna see them flying over it. In here, I got a gathering of 3. Again, the bottom one is the one we're going to focus on. And as I zoom in, you can see this is no bird. None of these are birds. Because even that far away, it wouldn't be in that shape. It would be a very small shape to see, like a knife. But these are rounded craft flying. As we zoom in, you can see there's some density in this one here. And the craft itself, we're going from left to right. Doesn't show any aerodynamics there, is it? Not at all. These craft were just doing what they're doing. Whether they're scientists themselves, taking a look at our geological formations on Earth, who knows? It's rare to see a fleet like this during the day. This is actually the last blow up I have of it, and I want to make it real clear to those that have been watching my videos that whenever I am videotaping something, I take a lot of time and care in doing it. But you take a look at this craft right here. Again, it was a fleet. But like I said, they're dark in color from my point of view, and there are some that are light in color that are streaking. But I wanted to make this, there's a point here. Many people have caught in fleets of UFOs before. And I want to go back now to a photo that was taken in 2023. This was in Mexico, and they have an active volcano there, and I can't pronounce it because I didn't bring the paperwork with me. But these UFOs, and I believe there was 16 of them, were coming out of this volcano. This is a volcano that's in Mexico, and it showed all of these white streaks coming out. Now, the Mexican scientists said these were UFOs flying out of this volcano, okay? Our scientists here said that this was Elon Musk's chain link of satellites. Okay, that's fine if that's what they want to say. I don't buy that. Their scientists are true blue to their belief that UFOs are all over Mexico and they go in and out of their volcanoes. What do you think? Write me here at UFOWeWantToKnow@gmail.com and let me know. And remember, you can go to Pahrump Alien Guy on YouTube and look at all my videos and leave a comment for me. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a safe evening. Take care. Bye.
Hi, I'm Joseph, the host and creator of UFO We Want to Know. Tune in every Saturday evening on KPVM Pahrump Channel 25.1 from 7 p.m. You'll see never-before-viewed videos and photos taken by myself, all over the world.
Thank you for watching. UFO, we want to know and remember, yes, they are out there.